Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So if you're interested in today's topic, stick around until the end of this video because I have something special for you guys that might just change your life. The topic for today is the same as the title of this video. If you solve this thought experiment, you might be a genius. So, we'll get straight into it. You are a detective investigating a crime scene. The victim has been stabbed multiple times in the chest, and the only witness is a young child who is too afraid to speak. At the time, the only suspect you have is a man covered in blood. But when you search him, you find out he's actually injured and he was the one who called the police. He explains that he was walking through the park when he was jumped by two men, and they stabbed him several times and stole his wallet and cell phone. He then saw the victim and asked him for help. But before he knew it, those same two men appeared and stabbed the victim and ran away. The victim died shortly after, and now he's covered in blood. You thank the man for his help and send him on his way with a warning to stay inside for the next few days. Now you head back to the station to call it in, and on your way you pass by a playground, where you see the kids covered in blood playing on the monkey bars. As you approach them, you realize that one of the kids has a knife covered in what looks like blood. You move in closer and ask the children, "What is going on?" And they simply reply that they were playing a game. You then notice that the knife is missing its handle, and you ask the children where they got the knife from, and they point to an apartment building nearby. You then tell them you're gonna go check on things, and once you do, you come back and grab the knife and place it into evidence. You then bring both children back to the station. Their parents show up soon after, and you explain to them what happened. Both parents seem very worried and apologetic about what their child did, but insist that their kid wouldn't hurt a fly. You know, deep down that isn't true. After looking at the evidence and interviewing everyone involved, which of these three people do you think is guilty? Is it the man covered in blood, the boy with the bloody knife, or the girl who was playing on the monkey bars? Now, before you make your final decision, consider this. The man covered in blood did have a motive and means to commit the crime. The boy who was holding the knife could have easily ran home, cleaned himself up, and hid the knife, while the girl who was playing on the monkey bars had no reason to kill the victim, and she was never even seen with a weapon. So, which one do you think is guilty? Alright, so hopefully you were able to figure this one out. If you pause the video right now and write your answer in the comments section below, let me know what you think. However, if you need a little bit of help, here's a hint. It has nothing to do with blood. Alright, so if you think you figured it out, go ahead and write your answer in the comment section below and then see if you're right. The correct answer is the girl who was playing on the monkey bars. And here's why. When the police searched the apartment where the children got the knife from, they found a large collection of weapons and a lot of blood. When they interviewed the parents, they found out that the boy had recently received the knife as a gift for his birthday, and he insisted on bringing it to school to show off to his friends. The girl who was playing with him was trying to stop him from doing something stupid with the knife, but the boy pulled it away from her and accidentally cut himself. They both started to panic. So the girl grabbed the monkey bars and ran to the playground while the boy ran home and hid the knife. When the police checked the victim's wounds, they realized that he was stabbed with a dull knife, and that's how the boy was able to pull the handle clean off the knife. The man covered in blood was indeed attacked by two men, but he wasn't involved in the death of the victim. So, based on this information, which of these three people do you think should be arrested? Although all three of them did play a role in this crime, only one person is technically guilty, and that's the boy who brought the knife to school. Although the girl did play a part in the crime and should be reprimanded in some way, she didn't directly participate in the crime. She merely tried to stop her friend from getting hurt. That being said, it's still pretty messed up that they were playing with a knife in the first place. The fact that the boy wanted to bring a dangerous weapon to school to impress his friends is a clear sign that he has some serious issues that need to be addressed. I mean, imagine if someone pulled out a gun instead of a knife. The outcome could have been much worse. Now, if you're still watching this video, I have something special to share with you. The truth is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You're not stupid, dumb, or anything else negative. You just haven't been properly trained in critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Most people lack these skills because they don't know how to think critically and solve problems. They often rely on rules of thumb or heuristics instead of taking the time to analyze the situation and come up with the best solution. However, by practicing critical thinking and problem-solving skills, you can improve your ability to make decisions and solve problems quickly and efficiently. To put that into perspective, let me ask you another question. What do all of these numbers have in common? 1, 11, 21, 12, 11, 211,221, 312,211. Now most people will look at these numbers and try to find a pattern among them without any context. They might say that each number is the sum of the previous two numbers, But that's not quite right. To understand what's really going on here, we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We need to consider the context of the problem. The context is that these are the first few terms of the famous look and say sequence. Each term is generated by describing the previous one. For example, the first term is 1, and the second term is 11 because you read the first term as 1 1. Similarly, the third term is 21 because you read the second term as to 1 south. The fourth term is 12 11 because you read the third term as 1 2 and 1 1, and so on. Now that we understand the context of the problem, we can see that the pattern is simply the description of the previous term. Therefore, the next term in the sequence is 312,111 because you read the fifth term as 3 1 south, to south, and 1 1. Critical thinking is the ability to think in a disciplined, logical manner to solve problems and make decisions. It involves the use of reason, analysis, and evaluation to assess information and form judgments. Problem solving, on the other hand, is the process of finding solutions to problems or challenges. It involves identifying the problem, developing potential solutions, evaluating the solutions, and implementing the best one. Critical thinking and problem solving are complementary skills that often work together. Critical thinking can be used to identify problems and develop potential solutions, while problem solving can be used to evaluate and implement the best solution. Together, these skills allow us to make decisions and solve problems more effectively. By learning to think critically and solve problems more effectively, you can become a better decision maker and problem solver in all areas of your life. Whether it's solving complex puzzles, making important life decisions, or just understanding the world around you better, critical thinking and problem solving skills are essential. And if you want to improve your critical thinking and problem solving skills, I highly recommend you guys check out the link in the description of this video. Brilliant's interactive courses are designed to teach you these skills in a fun and engaging way. Their small bite-sized lessons are easy to follow, and their interactive exercises make learning enjoyable. I've personally taken a few of their courses, and I've found them to be incredibly helpful in improving my critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Plus, by signing up, you'll get access to over 100 additional courses on a variety of topics from math to science, to computer science, and more. So if you're really looking to learn something new or brush up on a subject you haven't thought about in a while, I highly recommend you guys check out Brilliant. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope it gave you something to think about. Let me know in the comments who you thought was guilty, and if you would like to see another similar video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.